Listen, I want to be pissed off so bad. I'm walking to the store trying to pace. Been, kind of talking, to my kids. You got kids, you know. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you think you're going crazy, you're not. But all in all, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy, walking to the store, even though I'm running a little late. I'm happy to at least get it done. But I just had to say, I'm pissed, bro. Come on, these cats over here trying to fight. Because at the end of the day, you got to keep going. And the survivor's guilt been kind of eating me up. The pressure has been pressuring, But it's like, it's not as bad as we make it, but it could be worse. I'll just say that because sometimes it is that bad. And, coming from where I come from, having to grow up in the rough neighborhood, the projects, for example, and to still feel like you around it. Like you just can't leave it, I don't know what to really say about that so much, but we made it, man. I don't care what you got going on, because right now I just feel like it's distractions everywhere. I feel like there's no space, no time. Just everything just seems so invaded. But I see it now. I get it. Because the more you have to do, the more you have to compromise. That's real talk. I'm sorry, baby. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, my baby, my youngest one, you know what I'm saying? He got asthma. I swear, man, I don't be knowing where to start, but I'm trying not to make it more than what it is, because it's been a long time since I had been feeling happy, about my life and how I ended up with my babies, And then, shit, you ain't the only one, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more people in the world to at least can stand up in the moment, and meet somebody where they at for once. When it come down to struggle, to be that best example. And I know I'm one of them. To give hope, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing like living your own life and you happy about it. And, being a young woman, God, it feels so good out here. Being a young woman, it's even tougher. But you know what? It go for you too. When I tell y'all I'm upset, I be feeling like I can't take it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, how can you tell other people about anything if you still going through it, or if you going through it? Listen, everybody don't have to know what you're going through. We choose to speak on what we want people to know. But damn, it's times where we got to be honest, even if it's our last hope, to just, you know what I'm saying, be. Like, just for real, all jokes aside, like, because, man, I don't know how to really say it. It's a blessing to know, like, you got some people out here who can really be in it for real and really still be inspiring, because I have came across a lot of videos, very few, but enough to, like, be like, dang, I'm really not the only one really struggling. Now, I'm blessed with a home, me and my babies, you know what I'm saying? But we've been doing a lot of moving around, different shelters, situationships, toxic stuff here and there, life trials, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that, you know what I'm saying, broke me was the relationship I thought was never going to end. I think we all have experienced that at one point in our life, or probably still is. And my mom suddenly, ended up in the hospital, and now she's in a nursing home. And it's like, y'all, look, I had got upset because, when you think about all these things, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't really put your finger on none of it to make an excuse. But sometimes we got to make the best out of certain things that, really help pushes us. And if you've been pushing, keep pushing, man, because that's the best thing you can do. Sometimes you just got to keep going because it's a part of your race. If you start slowing down, you listening to yourself, but if you really in it, we ain't practicing, we really in it. Even though life is a learning, experience, it's still like a game, but it's real. And sometimes we really, I hope I'm making sense to some people, and we really out here living life and making choices, and we really have to learn how to sit down sometimes or stop if we have to. But I'm gonna tell you right now, me getting pissed is from that mindset of go, 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 go. That old mindset. But I think I was more upset. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Let me slow down. I'm more upset because it's not the same. It's not the same vibe. It's more aggressive because it's in my past for a reason. You understand? So if you're working on something like myself, trying to move forward or are moving forward, it just seems like it's just running so slow. You know what I mean? That's you getting through. Like I tell my kids, y'all think sometimes I'm bipolar. No, I fight those demons. But that don't mean get up and be a fool and say, F everybody, I got this. I'm going to do this on my own. You have to. Sometimes you have to do it on your own, but you don't. It's a choice being wise, taking, up your own cross and taking care, taking responsibility or accountability. But we want to be wise in it. We want to do this in a way where we got to carry ourselves out of love to the next phase until, we meet more like-minded people. And I'm telling you, they slowly for surely come. Spiritual awakening feels like a rude awakening. I ain't gonna lie. It's so rude. It just smack you out of nowhere. Listen, because God is so good. He loves us so much that we have a chance to really learn something all over again for the greater. I know that sounds messed up, but we don't need a whole lot to see that all the time. And a lot of times, we may find ourselves, appreciative, right? But sometimes we get it and we go. We get it, we go. But that's life, like traffic. You understand? Still got to look both ways. Still got to stop at the stoplights. These animals out here fighting tonight. Okay? But we gonna keep going, y'all. And sometimes we're gonna break down. Sometimes we're gonna feel so bad that we gotta leave everything and a lot of people behind. Y'all gotta understand what I'm saying. I hope you do. Because a lot of things were taken from me, but it was a lot of things I walked away from. And it seemed like it never ends. It seemed like it never ends. I'm like, nah, F that. Fuck it. No, I'm not going out like this. When I tell y'all, it's like you got to be very careful without being too cautious and doing what the F you got to do. As bad as I'm really pissed off right now, I'm really trying to watch my language. You know what I'm saying? Because my throat just closed up. Because I already know it's a lot of energies out here. Not just people who think you're picking on them personally. It's a lot of energies colliding. It's a lot of shifts going on, And in spite of our relationship we have with our kids at home, that's personal. You know what I mean? And we don't want to try to make those type of situations normal as much as possible. But it's different behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? And we got to keep it clean, because we don't need nobody thinking they can do what we do or act a certain way unless we give them permission, you know what I mean? Because it's real out here. And, family is so important. And, when you hear certain things like, keeping our families, protected and keep our energy, you know what I'm saying? Set apart from certain things out here, it's for a reason. It's important. It is definitely for a reason, you know. So, you know, because everybody don't need to be understanding just because that's how you feel, but this is the world we live in. And I'm telling you, one thing for sure is that some people is wild out here, and that's your child gonna learn exactly that way. Or even if you older, shoot, sometimes you don't learn until later and you think it's okay because, all right, well, you know, if a child got some to say it, then why not? I'm telling you, I kind of low-key had to put my foot in my baby's butt. 144 when I said that. Real talk, you know what I mean? And it kind of made me feel sad, you know, because that anger be trying to confuse you as you get older, because you got to learn too. Fuck that. You understand what I'm saying? No, because they don't already have chores. No, all I ask y'all to do is to clean up behind y'allself. Our kids got to learn no matter what. And I'm going to leave y'all with this because I got to get in the store before they close. At the end of the day, as adults, as parents, it's going to be a lot of times we're going to feel so fucking frustrated and want to give up like we doing everything so wrong. You really not. You just got to get used to being uncomfortable with learning things that you still have to learn so you can continue to grow and take care of your babies the way they need to be taken care of, okay? I'm about to go in the store. I love y'all, all right? This is Intuitive Love. Thank you for stopping by. Please drop some comments, what you learned from this. I hope I, gave you something to work with. Leave some hearts in the comments. And show one another some love. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. And God bless y'all. I'm out. And hopefully I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.